Denise slammed a stack of dirty plates into my hands so hard the forks rattled. "Move faster, Ariana," she barked loudly, making sure her guests heard. "A real wife knows how to serve." The room laughed. My husband, Markus, just sat there, sipping wine. My face burned. I wasn't a maid, but she loved making me look like one. "Before we continue, kindly tell us where you're watching us from so we know we are not alone on this." My name is Ariana Cole. I'm 28, and this was the night I learned the truth Denise feared most. Flashback. We had moved in temporarily to help Denise after she claimed her chest pains made her too weak to walk. But the first morning, I caught her jogging in the driveway at 6 in the morning. She froze when she saw me watching through the kitchen window. "Oh, just stretching," she said quickly, barely out of breath. That was the first red flag, and it only got worse from there. Within weeks, I was cooking 3 meals daily, scrubbing floors, ironing clothes. I wasn't a daughter-in-law anymore. I was Denise's free labor. Every time I tried telling Markus what his mother was doing, he brushed me off completely. "She's lonely, Ariana, just help her out," he'd say with a tired sigh, but helping turned into something much darker. One afternoon, I was sweeping the hallway when I overheard her whispering on the phone. "Ariana, she's nothing, no career, no backbone. She should thank me for letting her stay here." My heart cracked into pieces. She had no idea I was the one covering Markus's student loans, and the mortgage she bragged about paying herself. Denise didn't stop at insults. She actively sabotaged my work as a freelance graphic designer. One afternoon, she deleted an important email from my boss while I was out grocery shopping. "You must not have checked well," she smirked when I asked about it. I almost lost my job that day. Another time, she unplugged my computer during a crucial video call. "I thought it was the vacuum," she said innocently, but I saw the gleam in her eyes. She was trying to break me completely, to make me feel as worthless as she claimed I was. While looking for a misplaced utility bill, I found a locked drawer in Denise's home office. Curiosity one. Inside were shocking financial documents showing the family business was drowning in debt. Red numbers everywhere. And every month there were deposits that stabilized everything, deposits that matched exactly what I'd been contributing to the household. She knew. She'd always known I was keeping her life afloat, and she hid it so she could keep treating me like a servant. I photographed every document with trembling hands. The truth was finally mine. That Friday night, after she humiliated me in front of guests again, I finally snapped. I placed the dirty plates down carefully and looked Denise square in the face. "Done pretending," I said calmly. Her smile faded instantly. "What's that supposed to mean?" she asked nervously. I returned with my phone and connected it to her fancy TV screen. "Since you call me a servant, let's see who actually pays the bills." Page after page of documents appeared, deposits from my account, mortgage payments, business loans, even Markus's debts. Denise's face turned completely gray. Gasps filled the entire room. Her wealthy guests whispered and stared at the screen in complete shock. Patricia, one of her closest friends, leaned forward. "Denise, you told us you paid off the mortgage years ago." Another guest pointed at the business statements showing massive debt. "You said the company was thriving." Markus stared at the papers with wide, guilty eyes, finally realizing everything I'd told him for months was absolutely true. Denise reached desperately for the documents. "Give me that." "You don't know what you're doing." But she knew exactly what I was doing, taking back control. Her guests left quickly, uncomfortable and embarrassed. Only Markus remained, staring at the financial proof spread across the screen. "Ariana, I didn't know," he whispered, his voice breaking with guilt. But those words came 2 years too late. That night I packed my things while he tried apologizing through tears. "We can fix this. I'll talk to Mom. Please don't leave." I zipped my suitcase and looked him straight in the eyes. "Markus, your mother knew exactly what she was doing, and you let her do it. That's not something an apology can fix." I walked out that night. The next morning, I moved into a small studio apartment across town. It wasn't fancy, just one room with a kitchenette, but it was mine. Nobody criticized my cooking or gave me orders. I threw myself into my design work, and without Denise's constant sabotage, my business exploded. A major marketing agency hired me for a huge rebranding project. The pay was more than I'd made in 6 months at her house. I started therapy, rebuilt my confidence, and reconnected with old friends. Slowly, I remembered who I was before Denise tried to erase me completely. Months later, I heard Denise had to sell her house and downsize to a small condo. Her perfect image was destroyed. Markus moved out and started his own therapy. We talked occasionally, but I wasn't ready to go back. Maybe I never would be. Today, my career is thriving. I live in a bright apartment, have genuine friends, and finally respect myself. Denise tried controlling me for years, but the truth ended her power forever. I walked away stronger, freer, and finally respected. My success became the revenge she could never escape. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.